pray before?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Go ahead, minister.
No guest has ever asked that.
Is this live? Are we live?
We're live.
Oh, we're live. We're live. No, Minister Rhoyal, you can pray.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this episode. I pray that it blesses a lot of people out there. And I pray that everybody who's impacted is greatly impacted and that they can draw closer to you based on it. In your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, welcome back to the most hilarious podcast, the Rhoyal REMIX. And today we have a special guest who is going to be helping us today understand how to survive as a mom of 4 under the age of 6 now. Yes. Really 5 and under at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a roller coaster.
Are you in a whirlwind? Like, do you feel like okay? How do you feel about that?
That tells you most of it right there, that breath that I took. So I feel like it is a bit of a roller coaster. I just had a baby 6 months ago.
Wow. You don't even look like it.
So, thank you so much. So I feel like most days I'm trying to keep up with everything and I forget a lot of things. And so that kind of makes me sad when I forget things because I feel like I should be able to keep up.
Can you keep up?
But most days it's a struggle because my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old, they're in school now. And so...
Is that 6?
I mean, he's 5.
Oh, I was like, wait, I missed that.
My 5-year-old and my 4-year-old,
gosh.
They're in school. So I stayed home with them for a long time.
Yeah.
Since they were babies. And so this was a new adjustment for me. Like getting up, getting them ready, making sure I'm somewhat together to take them to school.
And you be together. She be together. Because, a lot of people, I mean, you look nice today.
Thank you.
Nice
but my husband helps a lot. He takes them to school a lot. So that's really helpful because sometimes I'm feeding my daughter and then he'll help out taking them.
So what are the names of all your kids? Give us the names. And their last name is, I don't know if I said her name, Rhesa Quainoo.
Quainoo, yes.
So what are your kids' names?
So it's Matthew, Martin, Micah, and Rise.
Wow. Matthew, Martin, Micah, and Rise. Yes, I've grown up with them. I feel like ever since little Matt was born, I've just grown into a different person every year. So whenever I see him, I'm like, oh my gosh, like he is my basis for understanding if I've grown. Because he keeps growing.
He does.
So it's a really, great time. But let's do a quick this or that, and then I'll ask you a few more questions. But really, this is survival of the fittest because being a mom is not an easy feat. And she is killing the game. So coffee or tea?
Tea.
Do you even drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee because I think coffee would just make me a little crazy. Because I'll be like, woo!
But most people, like the moms, they're like, I have to do coffee because if I don't, I would just not be in it. Like,
yeah, I wonder how it would be.
I don't think it would be.
I should try a little coffee and see how it does, but I don't know. I think I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
With the tea. Yeah, I'm good with the tea.
Late night prayer or early morning devotion?
I like the early morning.
I've woken up when we used to live in the same house every once in a while if they're staying over.
Yeah.
And Rhesa will be up at like 6 a.m. or earlier. And I'm like, what is she doing in the dark? Scaring everyone.
Yeah. But I do like nighttime too because it like gets you ready before you fall asleep to enter in with God and like worship. But I also love watching shows at night. So I'm like, okay, I should pray real quick instead of turning on the show. I should get some peace and quiet before I go to sleep. But I like to watch
Do
TV.
your kids have a designated time they're waking up? Except for, well, I guess the ones that are in school, are they waking up like?
Well, I wake them up. They sleep. I wake them up at like 7.
Oh, wow.
So you
get up before them?
Yeah. I'll push it to the last minute now. I'm like, okay, I'm waking up at 6:40, but I need to wake up.
What time does Rise wake up?
She's been waking up like at 6:30 recently because she wasn't feeling well, but she usually wakes up around 7:30.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
That's better.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Diaper blowout or toddler tantrum during altar call?
Well, I would say diaper blowout. I don't want to deal with it.
Ew.
I'm used to diapers now, girl. I've changed like so many dirty diapers. You have no idea. It's crazy. I've gotten poop on me. It's been a lot. You know?
I don't want
all the moms out there, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. Throw up, everything. Yeah.
That's probably the main thing about
boogers
that I just don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I think that part. Everything else, I can do the discipline. That's why I would do the toddler tantrum during I'd do that because the nasty, it smells bad. How do you deal with that? That's a really good question.
Well, see, I'm a little strange. I think I kind of like the diaper smell. The diapers itself, like just the diaper. I like that smell, and it's kind of sometimes mixed, with this.
No.
Okay, just leave it, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, you've always been a little weird with that type of stuff because Rhesa, she would like scratch dandruff.
Yeah, it would be a little weird. I don't know. It's because it's weird. It's weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time.
I need that weird, like, because I don't like that at all.
This.
Okay.
It's a little strange.
Diaper blowout. And you need your diapers changed.
Because a tantrum, people are looking at you, and then you feel like you gotta explain something.
If it's that is true.
I don't have time to explain y'all while a child's having a tantrum. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's the problem.
Literally, there was a kid the other day in the store, and she was embarrassing that mom. Like, the other mom had 2 different kids with her, but there was one of her kids was just having a tantrum in the middle of the store by herself, and the mom was just like, "Get up, honey. You need to get up." And the girl was like, "Nah!" Like, she was screaming. It was so embarrassing. I was just like,
bad.
Can't look
at that. It just
at
doesn't look good.
Wow. I would definitely choose tantrum, but meal prep on Sundays or Holy Spirit led dinner plans?
I would say, what's Holy Spirit led?
Like, you're not planning, it's just God's.
Oh, I would say I would like to meal prep, but I'm usually Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Holy Spirit.
But Rhesa can really cook. What have you been cooking these days?
I haven't.
Oh.
But Grandma be coming through with these meals, so we be over there.
That's true.
We go over there to get that good food.
But her baby is 6 months. But you always have a baby.
But my go-tos, go-to meals are spaghetti, tacos, chicken wings, and broccoli. And mashed potatoes.
But you make some good mac and cheese too.
And some salmon or something. That's the go-to stuff that's easy and quick. You gotta have easy and quick stuff when you have like 4 kids. It's crazy.
But your kids have some peculiar. little Matt, he likes olives, and I don't understand him.
I'm shocked too about that because I don't like olives. Mom likes olives though.
Yeah, he's like, "Can I get a pizza?" One time I came in the house, he's like, "Guess what, Booga? I have a pizza and it has a whole bunch of olives on it." I'm like, I don't know why he likes getting me. Like, I did something to him. He's like, "It's a whole bunch of olives. I know you don't like those."
Because
I'm like,
you get them. You say stuff to them.
Yeah, so your kids have a good taste, but they're not picky.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, good. And she has 3 boys, so like they're not gonna be that picky most of the time.
They're hungry.
They're gonna be hungry. Yeah. Okay, matching outfits for church or whatever's clean and wrinkle free.
I like matching outfits.
How do you plan for that? Do you do the night before or?
Listen, Burlington is our spot.
Okay.
We are there all the time.
Y'all need to get sponsored.
I know. I need to start recording us in Burlington and be like, shop for less. What is their thing?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't been there in years.
But no, we go there a lot. But I think that sometimes we just have to use what we have. You should use what you have.
But the boys always
You shouldn't go shopping all the time. You should budget. That's the right thing to say. But I'm like, let me get these outfits because the socks, all over the place. It's the hardest thing for me to find the socks and sometimes the underwear. But if you don't wash, then
so do you feel like
trouble.
You're buying them new outfits often, or is it just like for special Sundays?
Only for Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, throughout the week, like
I'm saying like every Sunday or just for special Sundays.
I mean, lately it's been like every. Yeah. Lately, but
they're so cute. They really are. You really do a great job. I mean,
God is good.
The kids, their haircuts and the rise, her outfit. Did you take a picture of her on Sunday?
I think so.
Okay, we need to put a picture for showing what Bride's had on because her outfit was so cute. Her dress, I'm like, okay, these kids never look messed up. Are you napping when they nap or catching up on sermons?
Oh.
These are so churchy.
I would say neither, but I would like to catch up on a sermon or two. But I'm usually not napping when they nap because
when they're napping, it seems like you're watching.
Yeah, watching a show, or I need to be folding clothes. But yeah, it is good to sleep when they sleep.
Do you feel sleepy these days, or
I
how
do.
You? Oh,
I feel very sleepy, but I think it's that adrenaline or something that it like keeps me going. I'm a night owl too, so I'm like I need to choose sleep.
Yeah,
because I'm a night owl,
and
so
you just go to bed at like 12 a.m.
Yeah, 12 or sometimes 1.
That's me too, but I don't have to wake up at 7:30 anymore.
Right? Yeah. She was really disciplined with her. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh yeah,
y'all are making too much noise upstairs. It's too loud.
Were you guys living with us or something, or you had just had
we would
rides?
come visit sometimes.
Oh, and you guys were living in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And she would send a text and be like,
I'd be like, "Are you guys stomping? Like, what are you guys doing up there?" Because I had to get my sleep. I feel like tired when I do too much. Like today I subbed, so I was like a little sleepy. But then I went home and I like edited. I edited a vlog today. It's gonna be coming out on Friday. But those are hard. Like if I don't my content, like, but I have to get my 8 hours like that. If I don't get it, it's like. But even if I do get it, I just don't like. I can't do too many things. That's why having 4 kids just seems like.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I have to do like one thing a day. Okay, last this or that. Worship in the car or turn up kids playlist. Like, do you play your music in the car, or do you like you play what the kids want to hear?
We do Christian rap in the car. Yeah, they always ask, "Can you turn on the Christian rap?" I'm like, "Let me listen to this podcast real quick. I'll turn that on later." Oh. But they love like worship. What's that? Worship until I crash out.
I don't know
that song. I don't know. And Heart in the Paint or something like that.
Oh.
So they have a lot.
Who's their favorite artist?
I have to ask them, but
who's your favorite Christian rap?
I've been listening to that Lecrae song, which I need to find out what the words actually mean, but it's Let the Ops Out or Ops Out. I really like that song.
I don't know the names of songs. I
don't either.
I have a playlist of Christian rap, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so to kind of get into more of the content of the day, I always had the big question of, which I don't know if I've asked you personally, but did you know you wanted to be a mom of this many kids at this frequency? And when did you know, if you did know?
I did know that I wanted to be a mom of 4 kids.
Only 4?
Yeah, I wanted 4 kids.
Well, she's done that, but I feel like you're not done, but go on.
And I wanted 2 boys and 2 girls, but I was very thankful with what God did give me because they're all very healthy, and that's what I care about, healthy babies. I don't mind, if it's a boy or a girl, I'm happy either way. Yay!
Yes.
And so I'm very thankful for the health, their health. But I think I knew that I wanted that many kids at like the age, I can't remember exactly what age, but definitely like in high school and middle school, school and high school, I thought about having a family and like having a husband and having, however many kids. I would be like dreaming about it. Like, I wonder who my husband is going to be. I wonder like what my kids will be like.
Wow.
I was, yeah.
That's good. Do you feel like it's part of your purpose, or like, because I know you went to school for music.
Yes.
She went to school for vocal performance, and your 2 schools, Wilberforce University in Ohio, as well as Central State University in Ohio.
Yes.
And she was top scholar, graduated as top scholar at Central State. So she was in that music thing, like she was the beast at that. And she still practices, right? You still like do vocal like practice and stuff.
I need to start back.
But just it's still in there. But when you were doing that stuff, were you like, okay, like I'm gonna do music full time and I'll be able to be a mom at the same time, or were you like, I'm gonna do the mom stuff first and then, or what did you think about that?
I didn't really think enough about that. And I think that's the hard part for me sometimes. Like looking back, I'm like, did I really think about this? I knew, like, and that's crazy about, life is that sometimes you don't get to choose the order of how things go. You just kind of, you fall in love. Like I fell in love. I'm like, well, I want to marry this man. And so I got married. And then, but before I got married, like when I was engaged, I feel like I didn't think enough on like, okay, Rhesa, what do you want to do like career wise? Like what is your goal with that? Because I just feel like I just didn't sit and think about that enough. And then I was just like, I'm ready to get married. But I felt so confident and comfortable with who I was marrying that I was just like, I'm good. Like, but I also I did think about what I wanted to do, but just how to get there. That part, I didn't really think enough about that, how I was going to get there.
Yeah, but when you were in Florida, because Rhesa lives here now, Maryland, but when she lived in Florida, you started to do some acting stuff. You were on TV for that commercial and stuff like that. So was that you, like, getting your routine of trying to be back in the career industry, like the acting industry and even music industry? Like, were you feeling like you were on your way to doing that more, or was it like, I'm just gonna do this because I needed to get that itch scratch kind of thing?
Yeah, so I wanted to sing, so that's why I went to school for vocal performance. So I was like, I love this because I love music. And then when I graduated, I was like, should I go back to school or not? And so I didn't end up going back to school, but I did end up like teaching music and teaching 3-year-olds. And so I was like, I want to do musical theater. And so then I was like, you got to be a triple threat, like dance, sing, act, all of it.
It's a lot.
And I was like, woo! I went to a couple of like, what was it, Toby's auditions? And I was like, okay. The dancing part, I'm cut. Like, I already felt that. I was like, I'm cut. So I was like, maybe I should take some dancing classes. And I didn't. But I did lean into like, I think I want to be an actress. And so I skipped around to a lot of different things, but everything that I've wanted to do is creative. Like, I feel like I have a creative mind, and sometimes it doesn't always land, and people are not always like, oh, this is pop, but like what? I feel like I'm not sure, but I feel like you have to be confident in yourself.
That's true.
And I feel like sometimes I'm not always confident in myself, and that's what allows me not to go to higher heights when my confidence is not always high.
Do you feel like because I'm always trying to say she can go so many different avenues with whatever she wants to do, because you could be a mom influencer, you could do like content on having a good home, like all the things, you can make food content, whatever you think. Do you feel like you really own the mom title, like you're like, this is who I am, or like what would you say is your title? Like,
right. So I recently realized that I'm a sister, a singer, and it was a sister, a singer. Oh, I forgot the other S word. A speaker. I'm a sister, a singer, and a speaker. That's what I figured out recently.
That's our triple threat.
Triple that sister, and I'm a mom too, but that's not an S, so we keep it like that. Sister, speaker, singer. And so I do sing, but I need to sing more. I need to really, get that out there. And then speaking, I love to speak to other people, but in front of people, like hosting
or preaching.
Yeah, or preach. I haven't preached yet, but I think that I would love to do that. Not preach. I don't.
Oh, I was gonna say, when's your next sermon?
No, I'm just saying I don't mind getting up and speaking in front of people, but I think finding your space and where you are with that is what I kind of need to figure out. Like, where is my
because if you give her a mic in any stage, she's gonna be good. It's good whatever you tell her to say.
What lane do I want to be in? So I'm trying to kind of figure that out.
So as a pastor's wife, did you feel like you have to preach? Like, was that
sometimes just because of what people would ask, like, oh, what is your role going to be here? What do you do? And so I didn't really feel the pressure because nobody made me feel that way. But in my husband being such a great preacher, I did feel like, oh, maybe I need to
say a few 3 points.
Do I need right? So I did understand that everybody has their own gift, and so I have to sit in mine and appreciate what God has given me.
Yeah, because she's been the first lady of a church in Florida, Solid Rock Community Church.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? And now she's here, and so she's about to take over. Well, her and her husband are going to be taking over Celebration Church as the lead couple and the lead pastors here. So with that, I remember Mom always said, like, for every first lady, there's like what they're passionate about, and they choose their lane. So like for Mom, she loves the women, and then she loves children, so she did school when it was school. Right. She was the principal and stuff. So for you, what would you say is your like thing that you want to do when you fully become the first lady? Like, what is your passion toward?
So yeah, I think the Lord is still speaking to me about that, what exactly it is. But I know what I love, and I love connecting with young women. I love children, so I love like working with kids and singing, and I love putting on different events. So I really want to put on some different events that capitalize or bring people's attention, grab people's attention. There are already things going on like that here at Celebration, so I'm excited to see what else we can do.
Add to it.
Yeah,
the women, the young ladies. Yeah, because I remember whenever I see you talking to a young adult lady, or I hate that word, a young adult girl, woman, whatever you want to say, it does seem like you're really passionate about it. Like you really are like asking them whatever, right. And they seem to be impacted by that. So that's really good. Like just being intentional about where you feel like you could be the most impactful for your own self. I think like it's good to know who you are and what you like doing and like diving in fully for that. Because I think for me, like creative is my thing, like hosting. I like, so I like to dive into that the most.
And I also, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I also love moms, so I love the journey of moms. And so however I can be a part of that or helping a mom along the way, whether it be like your fitness or your health. I just like connecting with moms about that, even if I'm not all the way there and whatever goal I'm trying to reach.
She's all the way there.
I can encourage you through it, you know.
How do you think that you started your mindset toward the snap back of after like having a baby? Because you always do. But it's a mindset like you have to have. So how do you think you dove into that mindset? Like what pushed you toward that? Like wanting to be fit after and not just letting yourself go, as they say.
Right, because it can be easy to do that. I think you definitely have to know your body first, like what kind of body you have, because everybody has a different body and everybody loses weight differently or gains weight differently. So, and you can't compare your body with anybody else's. And sometimes I did start to do that. And I was like, no. You have to know what your body is like, what you can do with your body. I think after I had Matt, of course, that was pretty easy because it was like, my body is kind of going back to whatever it was before.
It was like snapping back on its own.
Right. It was kind of, I feel like with breastfeeding, it helps a lot. But it is hard when you put on certain outfits and you really see what areas in your body are like, oh, I want to snatch that back up. So I would put on a dress and I'll be like, and it's not
abs.
It's not about looks. It's not about your body. There's more to life. But I feel like my presentation, I wanted to present myself in a certain way. And so I would look at myself when I would put on a certain dress and I'll be like, I want to, not because, the insecurity, because, we all deal with that sometimes. And sometimes it was that. But because I just felt like I wanted to feel good. And when I feel good as a mom, I can help my kids feel good as well. Yeah. But if I don't feel good, I can't help y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm looking at myself and I don't feel good, I'm like, I just want to cry. Yeah. So I want to feel good. So that's why I was like, that's why I'm going to do whatever snapback worked for me. Because it's whatever snapback's going to work for you. It's not whoever else's snapback, and you can't copy
social media.
You can't copy somebody else's snapback. Now you got to do your own snapback, okay? Because it's not going to be the same as that other mom or that other person. It's not. Even if you're trying to lose weight, you got to do it what works for you.
Yeah, that's true. And everybody has their body types, like you said. Yeah. Do you feel like how moms say, like, when you wake up, if you get ready and get dressed, you'll feel better about your day? Or is it like sometimes sweatpants is fine? Or like...
Yeah, sweatpants are fine sometimes. Whatever you have is great. Because some days it can be tough to wake up. People deal with postpartum depression. People deal with just hard days because their kids might be crying and their kids are crying so much that you want to cry. That can be the case. Your emotional intelligence, which we've been talking about a lot in church, is not great enough to deal with your kids sometimes. But you have to go to the Lord to make sure that your emotional intelligence is good enough so that you can deal with your kids. Because you have to deal with your kids.
You can go crazy.
You have to work with them and figure out what's going on with them.
Yeah. Oh, do you have like a what do people call it? I don't know what people call it, but like some people might have to go into a room real quick and just be like, and then just come back like, all right.
Yeah, I've had to go outside, take a walk. I've had to go outside and scream. I've had to just wake up earlier than them to get my peace. So there are different things that I've done for sure to like calm myself down.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a partner in that, like how you have Matthew. She has a husband. How long have y'all been married?
It's almost 8 years.
Oh, wow. Almost the 10-year mark.
We're making it.
Wow.
To the 10 years.
Wow. So how do you feel like you guys made it to 8 years? What do you feel like was the secret key? Or is it a secret? Or is it just obvious? Like, just do this.
Secret, yeah.
Like, is it as hard as everyone says?
Marriage is hard, but it's fun. So I think us finding
I feel like you guys make it fun. I think you guys laugh a lot.
What works for us is laughter. Like what you said, like if we're having a tough moment, it'll usually be Matthew that'll break the ice with something funny.
And I thought you were going to say it's usually Matthew that's doing something.
And I'll just burst out laughing because I'll be so serious sometimes. Yeah. And he's like, you don't have to be so serious. Like, calm down. It's okay. It's going to be all right. I'll be the one freaking out and he'll be the one like, I'll be like, we're not on time. We're not going to make it. We're going to, like, everything's going to go wrong. And he's like, Rhesa,
just chill.
Calm down. And so that's what's helped us is because we kind of balance each other out. And I think that helps out a lot.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, because I know, like, a lot of times, especially with younger couples, especially when y'all got married younger. Like, you were 24?
23, and he was
21?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like that can be a struggle.
Yeah, because you're still kind of figuring out who you are. I mean, you're always figuring out who you are every day. But when you're that young, you really are figuring things out. Yeah. And so when you're figuring it out with a person, people always talk about like, I feel like I lost my identity and getting married, but you don't have to go down that route, you know.
How do you feel like you don't lose your identity when you're in marriage, especially with like a strong leader who like has the church and is doing everything with that, and then you have these kids? Like, how do you not lose yourself in them?
Yeah, I think always remembering that you are one with them. So don't forget, don't ever lose that, because when you get so upset that you lose that part, you going down into the like, how can I keep my identity thing, that can take you down the wrong spiral of like,
who am I? Okay, forget y'all.
Do you actually want to be married? Because you know, marriage is like you're together with that person forever, you know, and that person is with you. So I think definitely figuring out the things you like to do and the things that you enjoy, because sometimes you can end up doing what they like all the time, and that's not bad. Yeah. But really figuring out the things that you like and do those things. So if you like to work out, do that. If you like to go out with your friends, continue to do that. But you also have to remember in the back of your head that you are married, and you have to, and you don't have to, but you should consider, you know, also doing things that they enjoy too, and making, you know, taking their interests on as well as yours. Yeah, because that can be, people get lost in thinking that they have to do whatever the other person wants, and vice versa. Like, oh my gosh, I feel like he just always does whatever I want, versus like being able to cater back to them, and that can be really hard. I think like being, especially trying to be like a good wife and like a good, then like, and trying to keep up the kind of, not, it's not like keeping up a narrative, but trying to be kind of like what the Bible says to do, which like you're like the helpmate and all that kind of stuff. And what do you think about women that are like, well, I'm gonna be like the leader too, and I'm not gonna let him like control me or whatever. Like, how do people? I understand that though, because you want to have a voice as well, and you want to have a place as well. But in my head, you know, the man is the leader, you know, and you can lead alongside, but I feel like you understanding what order things go in. And so the man, you know, he is the leader, and you should if you have a problem, you know, about something, you can address it with him and say like, hey, so maybe I think we could try this, or come at him with love. Don't come at him in aggression and anger. And I think sometimes, for me personally, I'll come with aggression and anger instead of being like, well, maybe we can try this. And so that
a softer kind of.
a softer approach rather than like, well, you just don't want me to be anything, so you don't want me to. And it's like, no. Whoa, like, that's not what I wanted, you know, that's not what I was even trying to do. I was trying to protect you, actually. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, like, I didn't even see it that way, you know? I've had a lot of experiences like that where I couldn't see that Matthew was actually trying to protect me. Instead, I thought he was trying to hold me back from something. You're trying to hold me back. And so he was like, no, I was actually trying to help you.
That's so funny. I've been watching One Tree Hill, and that's what's happening right now with Haley and Nathan. He like was trying to let her pursue her dreams, and she like went on to do it, but then he like didn't go to his basketball academy because trying to let her do her thing. But it's like, if you don't communicate what you're trying to do, I feel like then that's why it gets lost. Because I feel like if he would have told her, hey, like, I'm not going to go to the basketball camp because I want you to have your dreams, then she wouldn't have, like, didn't know that. I don't know. I just feel like they didn't communicate. Yeah. They were really young too.
Yeah, communication is the top key. Yeah. I think we talk about, like, what is the secret? I don't know what the secret is, you know, but I know that communication is one of the top things you need in a marriage to make it last.
Yeah. Well, no, I just saw something recently. This is kind of a new topic, but it kind of aligns with like the marriage and everything like that. You know how Pastor Breland is going to be speaking at the Mother's Day brunch?
Yes, come out if you can.
I'm gonna try to get a little interview with her because I just read her bio. And she basically did like what did they call it? She basically had a certificate for her virginity. Wow. At her wedding. Like, and she presented it to her dad. I'm probably butchering this. But she had a certificate about her virginity. She presented it to her dad, like, I really did what you guys said. And it was like a whole ceremony.
That's beautiful.
Right. I said, wow. So yeah, I was like, wow, that's crazy. But it made me think, because then after that, it said that she got married to like a Grammy Award winning and like they have their marriage and they have kids and everything. And do you feel like your dedication to God is what really gives you the favor that you have had with like your kids being healthy and all that? Like, how do you think your relationship with God has played a role in like the blessings that you currently endure or receive?
So you said, how do I feel like
God's, how has he played his role in your, I guess, success almost? Like,
yeah, I think he's played a huge role. I think in first leading me to, Matthew approaching me, and so I feel like me praying a prayer of like, Lord.
Yeah, what was the prayer? People should. What did you pray?
I don't know. They say these prayers be
right. They work. Sierra's prayer. They've asked for Sierra's prayer. She's been the one because she's like, I prayed for the specifics. Like, I do a specific thing.
She was specific with her prayer. I don't know if mine was as specific. I forget
you
what
said pastor.
Her
did
prayer.
You want to be with the pastor?
I didn't put pastor. No. I always pray like saved, successful husband. So that's kind of what I just really wanted him to know God. I was like, please, Lord, let him be saved so he can lead me in the right direction. Because if he's going to be leading, I need him to know God. Yeah. And so that was really my main prayer, because looks and stuff, you know,
they fade.
They
but even though grown men they seem to get better.
Yeah, I mean, so you
and women too. Black don't crack.
You could add saved, sexy, and what did I say?
Saved, leader,
saved, and you know, by the Holy. But you could add, you know, that on there. But I think that the main thing is if they know God. That's really what I was really concerned about. But I think, that was my main prayer, yeah. And
did you have like a time thing? Because like mostly people in our family get married young. So were you like, I want to be married by this age and this?
Actually, so when I was in college, I was getting weary. I was like, I'm sad. Like, I'm not in a relationship right now. And I was really like wanting to be in one. So I was like, okay, Lord, I need to figure this out. Like, what can I do? And so...
Yeah, what did you do?
I think...
Well, you've always been really dedicated to God?
Oh yeah. So what age? I was like, I really want to be married by 23.
Okay.
And so I was like, and that did happen. I think that's what I said. You got to go back because I might be wrong, but I said by 23, and that really did happen. So that was really cool and exciting. But I also think that I shouldn't do that anymore with the number thing because because you never know what can happen. You just have to.
You never know, but I think faith is a thing too. Like write it down specifically. It says write it down, make it plain.
Yeah, that's
whole
true.
Thing.
So I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially like when people are trying to find their spouse, like or trying to get found, I guess they do write down things like that they want. And I think even to what I wrote probably years ago. I've dated multiple people that had different things of the things I wanted, but Christian seems to have like all the things. Like,
what did you write down?
Saved, funny, because Christian is so funny. It was really about laughter, and then family oriented. Doesn't mind like my personality being so like. I feel like it's not even that big most of the time. I just on stages, it's like ooh, but I'm mostly chill. Like I feel like you guys would be like, yeah, you don't really. I feel like I'd be chilling a lot. Do I?
No, I mean you have a very electric personality where you'll like start dancing or something. Where some people would just like be chilling for real, but like you'll just start breaking out of dance and be like, and it's like other people are like chilling. Yeah. So that's where it comes out. But I get it because when you were younger, you were the most chill baby ever.
But my natural personality is chill. But either way, but like I'm an entertainer, so I have to entertain. If I feel like it's a dry moment, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it.
But yeah, I wanted someone that would be okay with that. But I think something I didn't necessarily pray for. I might have prayed for it, but I don't know. But I was like somebody who is like I want someone in the same kind of an industry as me. Like you know, I've dated like musicians, all that. Ugh. No. Yeah. I just wanted someone that had a regular job.
So it's true about the musicians. Okay.
I don't know. But either way, like he's perfect for me, and he's like so nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's great. But yeah, I just think the prayers do need to be. God wants to know what you want.
Yeah, he does.
And even down to like your healthy children. Even praying for that, because some people I don't know if they pray specifically for that either. Like I want healthy kids. The gender you might not get, but then you got a girl. So, do you feel like you prayed hard for that?
I did pray. Yeah, I prayed.
Did you fast?
I did fast, but I don't know if I fasted,
like for that.
For that, but I did fast.
Yeah, and that clip went viral.
Yeah,
we all saying that. I was looking at your page like some months ago, and I was just seeing your pinned ones, and I saw that one. I was like,
even gone for is just a healthy baby, and we ask for your prayers. But we are so happy to announce that after the last 3 pregnancies, we finally got our girl. That only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it.
And then you had multiple that have gone viral on Instagram. She needs to post more.
Yeah, I gotta start.
And on YouTube, I came across y'all's YouTube channel again.
Oh yeah, I gotta start posting on there too. I think it's a drought. But I got
it's been a drought for some time.
I know, because the last time we talked, I was like, I'm gonna start again, and I never got on there.
I'm like, toward the end. What is going on with the drought? People are waiting for this. This is probably going to be the content of the century for her. She's like, this video's going to come out, and then that's going to be the one for the year.
Listen.
So, where's the content?
Yes, I feel like the content is...
What is holding you back?
Ooh, that's it. Are we in the deep end with Lecrae?
With Lecrae. His mom. I think that's his mom.
I was wondering. That voice is good. That voice
is deep end
with Lecrae.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's holding me back.
You have to know something, because it's been like a year and a half.
Okay, so I'll be real on here, I guess.
Yes.
I think I was dealing with like you know, the likes and views thing.
But you were getting them.
I was dealing with that. I'm like, dang. You know, you take the time to do it, and then it's like like, you know, and that kind of the heart like gets stabbed in the heart, and you can't look at that. You know, you really can't. You just have to keep going, and so I was like, I got to keep going, even if. So I think the Lord was kind of like dealing with me on that. Like, girl, you can't be upset every time. You know, every time something doesn't go your way. I'm not just talking about social media, but he was like, you got to really work on that. And so I think I'm coming around. I'm taking a turn. You know, I'm really growing and maturing in that area, because it's maturity. Yeah. That and growth that you can get around that. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm really coming around. But I just have to release, you know, whatever those feelings are. You do. I mean, like,
because you get the likes.
Every day I just have to release it. And so, because I always watch these people talk about fear and anxiety, and they're just like, they just do it, you know.
Do it afraid. Whenever I see those videos, I'm like, they're just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, it's true. Like, to get over fear and anxiety, like, you just gotta do it. Like, there's gonna be maybe sometimes like these butterflies in your stomach, but when those butterflies come, that's probably good. Yeah, because it means that it's gonna be great, you know. I mean, it might always go viral, but when your stomach
it's a practice, it's a muscle, you gotta keep doing it.
Yeah, but when you get those tinglies in your stomach, like, that means it's great, and it might be just great to you even. You know?
Mine turns into like apathy. I just get like, I don't care about this, because that makes me like go completely like, and then I just I come out. And you just, I get nervous. Like, I even get nervous for today, like this episode. Like anything I do
a little bit, because I think sometimes when I talk, I have to like stay on the course of like.
Well, you're pretty good at staying on the course.
Of like what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh, it's going down. Stop. Oh no. Hold on.
I've heard, and no one really on this podcast. I've had all good guests, but I've seen other things in the media where I'm like, oh no, like this person is talking in circles, like it's just never ending. Right. But you do good. Like, this is great. Great. But yes, I think you should just really, you know, push out there and do your content. You really just gotta do
so many things.
Maybe one a week, you know? Because what do you feel like would be your lane? But you don't have to pick a lane, because I don't pick a lane.
No, I don't think I can't pick a lane.
I put like family, faith, and fun, and it's just whatever.
Right. But I think my lane will be family and well, kind of the same thing a little bit. But I do want to. I have like artists on my thing, but I don't sing on there. My kids, they actually ask me to sing a lullaby every night. Like, can you sing me a lullaby?
That's so cute.
I'm like, yo, are they trying to get me to, like, this is, your kids will bring out your gifts.
They want to know.
If you're not using
like, where's the content?
They'll be like, why don't you do this anymore? Like, they'll be like, I'm like, oh, like, I could do that. Like, so you're like, yeah, my kids like to hear a lullaby, and this is what I sang, and
it's just writing itself at this point.
And so it might be a little bit of that. And then, of course, since we're always in church, it'll be church life, you know? Yeah. Church life, church wife, church. Yeah,
some people just post their outfits. I mean, literally just stand in front of the camera, spin around. These people get outfits, and you just tag some of the brands that you're wearing. This is a content call.
Content creator call. Rhoyal's always calling people out, so.
Yeah, it's my thing.
If you're around here, just know you're going to get called out. You're going to get called out.
Calling people out helps me to not stay stagnant. Because if I say something, then that means I have to do it myself. Because if I don't say something, then it's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But if I tell someone else they have to post, then I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't posted in 2 days. Let me go post real quick. Like, I posted today. Didn't really want to post that, but I did it. You just got to do it afraid. It's really the thing. It's ripping the Band-Aid, man. It's really easy. But most people don't, because one of the likes thing, but also like, who has time to like think about it? Because people plan it in their heads so long that they don't just do it. They want it to be perfect. I don't care about perfection. And this isn't perfect yet. Like, when I get the lighting right, when I get a background that I actually like this is just, I like the couch. This is perfect for right now.
Comfy couch.
So yeah, but what would you say is a good tip for any moms who might be wives of like super leaders? Because Matthew's getting to be a super leader. You know, he
is
a church after church, and then he's preaching, and he's just leading all these things. So what would you say to a mom who's a wife of a super leader and a mom of 4 more?
Keep your prayer life up, and also take those moments to just breathe. Like, just take those moments to just call out to the Lord and be like, Lord,
why?
Help, you know, call out to the Lord for help when you need it. And also, I would say build a community so that, you know, when you are having those tough moments, if you do know somebody else in ministry, or if you do know somebody else with that many kids, you know, talk to them sometimes and just be like, I'm going through it today. Or just be like, it's a great day, you know, whatever you're feeling, but
get it out.
You got to get it out somewhere. So
that's good. The last question I like to ask is, what are you remixing in your life currently? Something that you may have like done one way and now you're remixing it a new way, or like you're just remixing something in your life?
Okay, yes. So what am I remixing? I love when you do that. So I think I'm always remixing my confidence. And
because you've had great confidence in the past.
Yes.
I just remember Rhesa was at Mary's Ridge, and I wanted to do music because she was doing it, because I was just following her everywhere. But I remember you saying whatever song on your first jukebox. Was it the first jukebox? You had like this colorful dress, had like orange in it.
Oh yeah.
What song was that?
Ain't got no trouble in my life. I can't remember the title, but
I don't know. They need to pull that video back out. But that was a show-stopping performance. I mean, that was better than American Idol. That was so good. I just remember that, and then like any other performances. You know, it was high school. In high school, everyone's like super confident. They're super on it because they see a future. You know, seeing what they want to do. They're watching TV, seeing like people on the media, like, oh my gosh, I want to be like them. So you've had that. So this is definitely a remix. It's gonna be a remix because you have it in there.
And I honestly think maybe this doesn't happen to all moms, but I feel like after I had each kid, I had to gain back my confidence again.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, and that's why I understand why some people are like, kids, that's a lot, because I get it now why people say it's a lot. Before, I'll be like hammering them down like, you don't want kids, why don't you want kids? But I get it. I get it now. I understand, you know? So every time it was like my confidence had to be built back up. And after I had number 4, I was like, boom, bop, bam. Like, how can I get my confidence back up this time? Yeah. Because I feel like it's tough, but that get back up again, that's built in us. Like, our family is like, get back up again. Everybody around us, like, is there to encourage us. And I don't have any reason to not be confident.
Yeah, everyone's supporting you. The link, we'll send out the link, we'll like it.
I don't have a reason to not be confident. So I just have to get up, get excited, and just brush off that, you know, whatever those feelings, whatever those feelings are sometimes.
Because they say, like, if you don't do it, really your kids will do it. Because, you know, your kids are already talented. Like, we've seen, they're really growing, and they're doing a lot of great things. And, like, even with little Matt being how, you know, spongy he is in terms of, like, gaining, like, he can learn how to do something so quickly. And even Ryan, she was waving the other day. I'm like, these people are smart. Little, like, Marty's really smart. Micah's so, like, his personality is getting, like, so big now. He's, like, becoming a real human. But, you know, he'll do it through your kids. He'll do it through somebody. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I always hear you say that. I heard you say that on the last one. Like, if you don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it. I'm like, oh Lord.
Like,
every time she says that, I'm like, oof. Like, it hits me pretty hard. Like, Lord, do I still got it? Or did you take it away? Give it to somebody else.
Give a lullaby.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I gotta get back on it. So
we'll be looking out for content soon. So yes, we're gonna be following you. I'm gonna put her tag her social media accounts in the description. Make sure you go follow, because the content will be coming out, y'all. It's gonna be great. We're so excited. Also, you're on TikTok as well.
Yes, I gotta get back on there too.
TikTok, you went viral before on there. Like, she's already in it. So we're really excited to see what you're gonna do. Thank you so much for being on the Rhoyal Remix. We'll see you on the next one.